Us ever gonna prosper, your eyes ain't seen or your ears have heard the things that Yah has prepared for his children. Then up in determined, man, it's already written in the old covenant and the bit how to shine, man. And we wait for the kingdom to come down for us to die in the sky. In the meantime, gotta keep the commandment. If we say we ain't seeing, we deceive ourselves, and the truth ain't in us, y'all say. Adults, not children. All these movements against you. Family should be more important. And yeah, for sure, I agree with you. Black lives do matter, but the lives don't. We hate the word now. It's too much going on for us to be sitting here trying to put each other down. Double tone talk. They say black lives matter, then they say LGBT matter more. Everybody claim they got their own truth, so the whole truth they ignore. For the poor to be ignored and the people's blood to be spilled in the streets. No justice, ain't no peace. We scream and still sing defeat. No time to get your own, just appease the one that did the deed. I'm not just here to make you think, I'm here to make you hold your brother and sister. And tell them never give up, hold your head up, be strong until the end. No trouble don't last always, and the sun gon' shine again.
I'm trying to tell you to run hard as you can. Never give up. Never quit. Keep going. Keep going.
Dash, 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 dash. I ain't forget where I'm from. I'm from Polk County, Florida. Home village car shows, cat let like the sport. We ain't have a lot of money, so we stayed real close to the cemetery, man. Keep the mosquitoes out the door. Mississippi selling flip, boy, they were playing dip, playing tackle football with my homeboy. Them. Now everybody wanna fight that we forget how to smile. Too many sell lots in this world, I'm like, wow. Do you wanna be smart or you wanna be hard? It's the devil in the hood, just a tearing it apart. Fearing the home, making more, cause some hearts that got cold. Come together, my people, yeah, on the fofo. Go ahead, hit the gas, put the pedal to the floor. I help you pull your head, everybody got a pass. If a thunderstorm come, man, stay fast still. If you wanna give up, man, hold your head up and dash, 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 dash. I ain't got it all together, but don't wanna be a rebel. Never be a sellout, not a cane on my brother. You compare to do a mile that we gotta do too. You will never be alone when you're standing in the truth. I give salute to the fathers that stay in their child life. Though YAHUZA battle, let's we still gotta fight. And my condolences to the mothers that the losses of the daughter in this evil cold world that don't care if you survive. Bobbing and weaving on the fifth cause the rent bill due. Dealing with people talking loud but don't wanna help you. Got DCF at your house cause some same people call. Lies spread across town, talk about you like a dog. Go ahead, hit the gas, put the pedal to the floor. I'll help you hold your head cause everybody got a pass. When the thunderstorm come, man, stay fast still. If you wanna give up, just hold your head up and dash, 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 dash. All right, Mashpaka, I'm finna start in a few minutes.
Hey,
Thank y'all for coming.
Hey, yeah. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I fear no evil.
Money came up missing at the Dollar General. I called for a share. About an hour later, the police came out. My wife was telling well. Boy, I tried to add, said you ain't got no say. So I said we married, but daddy go to well. Boy, keep it talking, or you gon' go to jail. In some other words, we lay before we born. Somebody steal your property, the victim seen is probably a Dollar General call. A sheriff come like lightning. I ain't sell a drug, but statistics say I'm minority, a black group mate. Sometimes I feel lost and on my way to hell. Family turn to you if you doing well. They say I'm antichrist for standing for the truth. I say what y'all say and try to be for fruit. Y'all prune fruit, cause that's what fathers do.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I fear no evil.
No stacks at a hater, I'm a grill like apostle to all who thought this mission was impossible. How a hit make a made must not be paid. Money to my wallet, not to a sin slave. I got bills to pay, so just get in. Tell it to your mama, tell it to your best friend. Tend to your YAHUZA, rest to the management. A guaranteed cash flow, mo dough. I thought I told ya. Me so swole, just lick that, flip that. That's how it goes, so different when I flow. Hard work means growth till death. I'm dying, much sweat, much crying. In heaven I'm retiring. This is no experiment, real as all this. No slave to a dime, but a slave in the rhyme. I must better my shine, my grind. Take what's mine.
Yasara, YAHUZA, right here. Yashara, YAHUZA, right here. Huh. One more time. Yashara, YAHUZA, right here. One more time. Yashara, YAHUZA, right here. Hey, one more time. Yashara, YAHUZA, right here. One more time. Yashara, YAHUZA, right here. Hey, YAHUZA on the track. Ha-Allah, Ha-Allah, Ya Allah, Ha-Allah.
All right, Shalom, Mashpaka. Hope all is well for you tonight. We're going to have a good message tonight, and we're coming from the book of Isaiah. I put up there Thirsty B. It was supposed to be Thirsty C because I did B earlier this morning. Shalom to the brothers and sisters that's coming into the chat. Mother April Showers, my wife. I am Valentina Royal Majesties here today. Sister Niggas Malaka Adaya. Sister Amana Baya. Shalom to you, sister. Thank you for coming. And we're gonna go ahead and start. Okay, so with y'all studies, I want y'all to get y'all Bible. I got the Paleo-Hebrew Bible. It's pinned it in the chat. If you have another phone that you can follow me on or your computer, please make sure you download that Paleo Bible. I put it in a PDF file format for y'all. And also make sure y'all follow me with y'all Bible. All right. And let me go ahead and start. On your screen,
you see where we at Isaiah chapter 10. And in Paleo-Hebrew, his name is YAHUZA, which means salvation. Okay? So let me go ahead and pull up that Bible for y'all and go ahead and start reading. The Bible says, "Woe to those who decree unrighteous decrees, who write misfortune, which they have prescribed, to rob the needy of justice, and to take what is right from the poor of my people. That widow may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. What will you do in the day of punishment and in desolation, which will come from afar? To whom will you flee for help? And where will you leave your glory? Without me, they shall bow down among the prisoners, and they shall fall among the slain. For all this, his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. And many people, they writing up laws of homosexuality. They're writing up wicked decrees to keep our people poor. And you remember yesterday was it earlier today or was that yesterday? We was talking about the feminism movement, that they bewitch many of our sisters back in the day to join, open up Section 8 housing for them, and did all these things and imprison the young men and the old. When they saw, whether if it was good or bad, they saw when our people started to pick up the drugs and sell it, then they came out with the 94 crime bill after they put the crack cocaine in the community. They made it hard for our people to get jobs. And the only thing that was left of these young little boys was to sell crack and to sell marijuana. Little boys didn't feel like men because they weren't able to provide for their wives who was 14 and 13 and 12, and they themselves was 14 and 13 and 12, 17 and 18 and 20, and the women as well. And they made laws in order to lock them up and put them in chains. And the only way that a lot of our brothers and sisters was able to make it at a certain time was to go and pick up the marijuana and the guns that the government laid in the community. There was an elder that did a message. He said that I'll share with y'all his page. But first, let me give a quote on what the elder was saying earlier today. He said, this is what they did. You know, in Alaska, they put a sword up in the ground and they put blood on it. And the wolf come and smell the blood, and he start licking on the sword and tasting the blood and didn't even know he was eating himself to death. And this is what kind of success they call success that they laid up for our people. When we don't take care of home first, when we trying to take care of everybody else's house, look at how destroyed our house is. When we trying to go and build up everybody else's garden, and we let them woo us and draw us away unto their vineyards. Look at what we are today when they draw us by saying that you are racist, or that you can't be all about your people, or that everybody is important. Everybody has not been destroyed like our people, but everybody works together. And if they worked against each other, would they not also be destroyed? Even our land of inheritance was turned into another people because of our disobedience.
Let's read this right here. Somebody say, well, I was born this time. Watch this. Woe to Assyria, the rod of my anger. Did not the scripture say that it's the father's will that a parent leave an inheritance for their children? Now, what if they made Elohim their enemy and they couldn't leave you no inheritance because Elohim, who want to save them, has to treat them like an enemy? Inside of these church buildings, we rejoice and said how Yah had judged Adama and Amorah, Sodom and Amorah, and how he righteously punished them. And we hold up our fists when we thought that we was Christians and didn't have to do right, but yet are still judging folk for everything they do wrong. And we told everybody, if you don't repent, you going to hell. And not even realizing that while we was throwing out our judgments and wrath, we ourselves was wretched and poor and downtrodden, without a country, without a homeland, without rights, being oppressed. When we hear the truth, sometimes when you hear the truth, you heard the lie so long until the truth sound like it is wrong, but the truth is the truth. Look at this. I was sinned against him. I'm trying not to yell in y'all ear. I was sinned against him, an ungodly nation. I was sinned against him. Who? Assyria. Who is Assyria? The northern tribe. I was sinned against him, because that's the capital of Yasharal. I was sinned against him, an ungodly nation, and against the people of my wrath. I will give him charge. This is why Saudi Arabia, this is why the war that happened. This is why the northern tribe went into the Assyrian captivity. Look at this, Assyria captivity, Arabian captivity. Look it up online. You're going to see the Igbos, the Limba, the people that call themselves Yoruba, the people that's in South Africa, which means Gold Coast and also means Ephraim. Look at what they went through it to seize the spoil. They were spoiled, family. They just now getting, look at them just now getting out of apartheid. But are they out of apartheid? To seize the spoil, to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the street. Then King Dawad say, he lift my feet out of the miry clay. But Dawad was righteous. Even though Dawad was righteous and Solomon fell away from the truth, what happened when Solomon went to sleep? What did his son do? Did not Elohim divide the kingdom because of Solomon? And look at his son. Even though there were some righteous kings that got on the throne, was not it still severed? Look at us. And to tread them down like the mire of the street. Yet he does not mean so, nor does his heart think so. Look at this. Yet he does not mean so, nor does his heart think so. So the persons that's doing this to you, they're not doing this to you because they say, oh, you is great, this, that, and the other. No, Yah is using these people. Yet he does not mean so, nor does his heart think so. The one that's trotting you down. No, look at this. But it is in his heart to destroy. See, but it's already in his heart to destroy. That a lot of these people can't even figure out why they destroying you like they is, Yasharal. And to cut off not a few nations. For he says, are not my princes altogether kings? Is not Calno like Carmish? It's not Hamath like Arpad? It's not Samaria like Damascus. As my hand has found the kingdoms of the idols, whose carved images expelled those of Yerushalayim and Samaria. Now, Jerusalem and Samaria, that's the two capitals. Yerushalayim is the capital of Judah. Samaria is the capital of Yasharal. Look at what these people's hearts say. Alahayim read hearts. He read our ancestors' hearts. Do you remember he read their hearts when the woman, the Asha, washed his feet with the oil? And some of them said in their hearts. Alahayim read hearts. His son read hearts. As I have done to Samaria and her idols, shall I not do also to Yerushalayim and her idols? See, at that time, even after Hamashiach had went to sleep, our people were still in the land. And Yahweh say, as I have dealt with the idols of Samaria, the capital of the northern tribe, because of the split, the two sticks were split. He say, will I not do this unto you, Yahweh? See, the Ikbos, the Limba, and all them, they went through their trial. And they left, and they crossed over that river, the Euphrates, and they went down southward. Took them 1.5 years to get down there. They went to a land where never man dwelt, and they will be there until the end days. And then he says in Zechariah that the children of Yasharal are beyond the river of Cush. And what is the river of Cush? That river that went out through the garden of Eden, that go all the way down throughout the land that people call the Bantu land. It goes all the way down even through Western Africa. That river. He say, it's not Samaria like Damascus. As my hand has found the kingdoms of the idols, he say, now look, if I'm punishing the northern tribe, I got to punish y'all. Whose carved images excel those of Yerushalayim and Samaria. He said, to whom much is given, much is required. That's what Hamashiach said before he left. Before he died and rose up, he said, to whom much is given, much is required. Yehowadah and Lawai and Banya Yamayan were rulers. But who was given the seat of the kings? Who was given the seat of the priests, who was higher than the seat of the kings? Yasharal. Shall I not do also unto Yerushalayim and her idols? That means every last one. Therefore, it shall come to pass, when Yahweh has performed all his work on Mount Zion and on Yerushalayim, he will say, I will punish the fruit of the arrogant heart of the king of Assyria, and the kabod and the glory of his haughty looks. Why did y'all say that the people in Assyria is full of pride and haughty looks, mean they think that they better than you? See, it's people that think they better than you. And he said he's going to punish them for their pride and for their haughty looks. But he says, by the strength of my hand, Yad, I have done it. See, Yahweh's hand can bring salvation in two forms. He could save people from the people that's oppressing, or you could be the one that's being saved from the people that's oppressing. That yard, that wrath comes for salvation. By the strength of my yard, I have done it. And by my wisdom, for I am prudent. Also, I have removed the boundaries of the people. The boundaries, where you can't go. This is this person land. This is that person land. Yahweh say, I removed it and have robbed their treasures. How he used a nation more wicked. So I put down the inhabitants like a valiant man. My hand has found like a nest the riches of the people. And as for one that gathered eggs, they are left. I gathered all the earth, and there was not one who moved his wing, nor opened his mouth with even a peep. Shall the axe boast itself against him who chopped with it? See, Elohim say these nations is his axe. But do they boast as if they did it by themselves? Do they boast like one of the kings that was had to go and act and be like an animal and eat grass like an ox? Do they boast against Yahweh? Will he judge them? If he judge their king, whom the seat they sit in, will he not judge the axe that boasts against him that chop with it? Or shall the saw exalt itself against him who saws with it? A saw cannot saw anything unless the person take his hand and shrub it backward and forward. The person that used the saw has more authority than the saw. But these saws and these axes think that they did it by themselves. As if a rod, a lot of them don't even believe this right here. It has not, they don't believe this right here because they don't think that they think that you is nothing. As if a rod could wield itself against those who lift it up. See, this is a warning to them. Look at this. Or as if and this is also a warning to Yasharal. See, it is Yahweh that's punishing you. You can't get out of this unless you repent. Or as if a staff could lift up. And even then, you still got to wait on Yah to get satisfied. Did not we share that earlier on the other broadcast? Sisters, as if it were not wood. Therefore, Yahweh of hosts. Let me pause right here. Remember, y'all, this is verse 16. And let me show you something. I want our people to see that this right here, when we keep on saying Yahweh and it's not Lord, the importance of why and why they keep saying that, why they being divisive, why they being racist, why they that. Let me prove to you something in this scripture. Remember that 16. Now, let me go to the Phoenician Hebrew Bible. We're going to go to verse 16, Mashpakah. We're going to go to chapter 10 of verse 16. And let us see if we see Yahweh's name written as Yahweh and not Lord. If he had it written down as Yahweh, and somebody that say that they is the vicar of him had it written down as it's not Yahweh, then what do that mean? Lakana, Yashalach, Ha'adawan, Yahweh. Yahweh. Now the other words, if you want to see the translation of them, then we're going to go to the translation. But right here, I want you to see it says Yahweh, and that's verse 16. It's verse 16 now. You see it say Yad, Ha, Wad, Ha. That's the hook. That's the Ha, and that's the Yod. And it reads from right to left. Yod, Ha, Wad, Ha. That's Yahweh. Now that's the hook. Now let's go back to this Bible where we was in. And let's see if we see it say Yod, Ha, Wad, Ha in there. Let's see if it say Yahweh in there. Mashpachah. So let us go back to the Bible. And let's see if it say that in there. Mashpachah in verse 16. Look at here. Therefore, they put that of hosts will send leanness among his fat ones, and under his glory he will kindle a burning, like the burning of a fire. Now, we read the whole verse 16 and we did not see Yod Ha Wad Ha. Why is that? The one that had it taken out said that his name was too Quadash, too holy, too set apart to pronounce. So they gave you Lord. The scripture gives us a warning not to call on any other deity's name. Do we see that Yahweh is the one that's been moving in these last days to get our people to understand what's going on? Let's go to the dictionary. Let's go to verse 16 in the dictionary. Okay. Let's go to verse 16. That's 10. Let's go to 16. Now, let's see. Verse 16. And it say, therefore, this is the words that was used. This is the words translated from Abar Lashawan. Therefore, Lakawa, it says, Ha'ad. I'll read it in Phoenician Hebrew again. All right, but it say, therefore, Lord. What does this say? Ha'adah. Is that Yahweh name? But when you see in Phoenician Hebrew Bible, it does not say this. It does not say this. Ha'adan. Ha'adan. It don't say Ha'adan. It says Yahweh. So, to give even further proof, let's go to the lexicon and let's see if it says that. Look here, Mashpachah, where they say his name supposed to be. Where is his name, Mashpachah? Where is the Hebrew letters and words? Lord. Now they put for the God, they put Yahweh. They put Yahweh. You see what's going on? Now, let us go back to the Phoenician Hebrew Bible. What do you see? Yahweh. And let's see if we see Allahayim in there, because they said the God, Mashpachah. And when they say the God, usually in the place of God, they put if they translate and they put an L. I don't want to say the word. I'm gonna have to watch the playback, bro. I'm gonna share this in Mashpachah. And Shalom, True Self, Free DRC CD. And thank y'all, Mashpachah, for participating in the chat. All right, so let's go here. Let's see if we see Allahayim. Remember, it starts with a La, Ha, Yum. Let's see. This is Tazah, Ba'awath. But let's see if we see Allahayim. So let's go on. This is Bama, Shama, Yahweh. Let's see if we find Yahweh. This is Ra'aiwan, Wata, Watachat, Kaba, Dawa, Yaquad, Kayaquad, Asha, that's head. Now, okay, so you see these two words right here. Where do you see it say God? Where do you see it even say Allahayim? Where do you even see it say the L name? Where do you even see it says any of that? This is in the old, what they say that we need to start reading, because if you're reading in a new one, that means that you is a Christian. But look at right here. It says Yaquad, right here. Yaquad. It don't say Elo nothing. It don't say that right there. So now let us go back to the Bible, King James Version, dictionary, and let us see if we see it say that what they put. And then I'm finna get back to reading what I was reading and have a discussion with you, Mashpaka. So it says there's a word that's repeated itself. A fire will be kindled like a burning. So this is the word that was repeated in itself. Yaquad. But they put Nayaquad, but they put it in a different format. So you see it's two different languages, two different formats on how it's used. And this is them preserving their speech. Not preserving your speech, but preserving their speech. All right? And you do not see in the Phoenician Hebrew Bible where it says anything about saying L-O or nothing. So when they put D-L-O-R-D, that was added to the text, and this also was added to the text because Allahayim is an Allahayim of Yasharal, and they spoke Abar. All right? So now let us go back to the Bible and continue reading where we left off. I said that so that the family that's listening won't feel like they got to stop listening to the word because I'm reading out of what the Bible said. Mashpaka, this English is a translation. It is a translation from Lashon Kodash, from the holy language. So let's read here. Therefore, Yahweh, like it say, of hosts will send leanness among his fat ones, and under his glory he will kindle a burning like the burning of a fire. See, burning and fire is the same word. So the light of Yasharal will be for a fire, and the Kodash one for a flame, the holy one for a flame, set apart one for a flame. It will burn and devour his thorns and his briars in one day. Now, when Shawal said he prayed and asked Allahayim to remove the thorn out of his flesh, but who was a thorn in Allahayim's? Who was Allahayim's thorn? Shalom, K. Judah. Who was a thorn in Allahayim's flesh? Who was a thorn in his side? And I will consume the glory of his forest and of his fruitful field. If our ancestors was a thorn in Yahweh's side, how much more is these people? Did he not destroy the world with the flood? Those people who he destroyed was not Yasharal, but he destroyed them. If Yah did not spare us, what will become of them? So when they reject this word and say it is not true, It's to their own detriment that they do that. I heard a Gentile man flat out, flatline with his mouth, say some horrible things to them brothers that be out there on the block. My grandmama said, 2 wrongs don't make 1 right. So if they was out there saying Mother Blanca and this and that and the other, do that give the Goyan the right to come out there and act like even worse of a fool? Because he got even worse. You see, when we do something wrong, we get it 7 times over. So the brothers that was out there on the street, brothers, I'm telling y'all, y'all got to get that together. Just like a lot of us, we got to work on ourselves. And if I do something and the brethren get on me halfway and backwards, don't let me go. We don't let each other go. We beat each other everywhere but loose. If one of our brothers and sisters did something wrong, a lot of our people be the first one to want to go and call the man and have us locked up and put inside of the deepest part of the prison. So we know how we treat each other. We give each other 10 times over of what the Goyan give us. And the Goyan meet that and hit it 7 times over from what we give. And then we say, I'm mad now. But I'm telling you, YAHUZA say that he is not going to let us loose until he's satisfied. And we got to get together, family. We got to get it together. Me, my brothers, and my sisters, every last one of us. From the top all the way down to the bottom. And I don't believe I'm at the top. That means me, you, everybody. We all got to hold each other accountable. We all that when we get out of line, we got to be brought back in there. And see, the Gawayan, they acting as if they did it by themselves. But I'm telling you, Mashpaka, we get it hit hard the worst. We get hit hard the worst. So even though I understand our brothers' anger, I'm saying to the brothers and the sisters, we all need to work on ourselves. Me too. So if you see me get out of line, which I have before online, please get me in line, family. I am not perfect. When I fall down, I'm wrong when I fall down. I can't look back at my past and say, oh, I'm straight because I did this good and that bad. Just early today, I had to confess to my wife that I got wrong and did something I ain't had no business doing, said something, and I had to get myself together. And that's what we all need to do. All of us, when we make an error, we supposed to be able to come to one another and confess our faults to one another. And when we confess our faults to one another, we shouldn't be the next big hot topic on the block. Oh, brother so-and-so did this. I heard what he said. Now let me go and destroy him. Sister so-and-so said she did this. So now let me go and find out more information. So I got make me a storyline. We need to get ourselves together, Mashpaka. Some of us, we looking at our brothers and sisters that's in the industry. They are your brothers and sisters according to the flesh. They might not receive the promise according to faith, but we can't separate the wheat from the tare. We don't know who gonna call. So family, them inside of the industry, we got to pray for them. That y'all open their eyes up. Them that's not even in the industry, that's just well off. We got to pray for our brothers and sisters that they come in. Like the Apostle Shawal said, I would even that I was accursed from Allahayim. For my brethren's sake, my kinsmen's sake. You know, the ones that put him to death. You know, the ones that was putting each other to death, who rejected Hamashiach. Shawal said I would, but our people ain't hearing the word. Our people want to do what they SI want to do. When I was in Christianity, I used to believe that the only people that is my people is the people that's in the church. So I didn't see myself as no nation. I saw myself as a fraternity and a religion. I might not can deal with my brothers and sisters, but I still know that that's them. I know who they is. And I pray for them that they come in every day, no matter what they did. Because if I was guilty of the same thing that they did, I also would want mercy. And if I felt like it wasn't going to be no mercy and thought it wasn't going to be no mercy, why would I even call on Allahayim and ask him and beseech him to have mercy on me? Have we thought about the sins that the Apostle Shawal did? how he would go and mass murder and massacre our people? Have we thought about what the apostle Yakanan said, that even while we were yet sinners, he came and died on the tree? Have we thought about these things? That our people, that what did Yahweh say? He sent us all over here, all of us together, as the sister had saw on the broadcast just earlier. He sent all of us over here, not just the evil, the good also, the ones that was keeping the commandment, the one that didn't want to bow down to Cedra Borgia idols, them they had burnt up, and some of them they tormented until they died. And sent over the children. What did Yahweh Shai say about the children? Suffer the children to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of Allahayim. Did you know that they took the children away from the parents after they struck the parents and they fell inside of the hole and they left them out there for the buzzards to eat? Didn't even cover up the hole. They left our ancestors for the buzzards to eat. Can you realize that when you are hit senseless in the middle of a fight, right? I was in school and I got in the middle of a fight. I was in a fight. I wasn't trying to figure out which one was the good one and which one was the bad one. At that time, I didn't trust nobody because I was in the middle of a fight. So I understand our brothers and sisters that say, I don't trust nobody. I don't want to deal with them. When you in a flare of a moment like that, there's certain things, and even the King Dawad said that sometimes that he had spoke before his time. But when we look inside of the law and we look in the mirror, we see what we all deserve, then we are able to extend that same olive branch, but not cast our pearls to the swine. And you leave yourself open for your people because you know that our people mind is backward. I told the Mashpaka about how the time when I would have this, I don't know if they call it a vision or something you see inside of your mind. And I remember I can recall walking down the road going through Hell. And every now and then I see a brother. And sometimes they'll show me mercy and they'll speak to me and say, you all right, bruh? That was like life after the dead, Mashpaka. I didn't even know who I was. But it was like I was able to see a brother, a sister, say, bruh, you all right? You need an ambulance? Where your wife at? Get home. See, I was a time I went crazy, Mashpaka, walking down the road because I didn't know where I was going. I gave y'all the testimony about that years back, and I don't want to give that again on how I had got lost, and I put up the pathway that the stranger let me use in order to do the video and show my testimony. The stranger said, it's okay, it's cool, you can use it. And I told y'all about how I was lost and I was walking around and didn't know how to find my way home. And I saw people that just blew me off, the bus drivers, the big time people. Do you know that when we was homeless, it was the people that everybody looked down on, the prostitute, the drug lord, them people, the drug dealer, not the drug lord. Because I never met the president them. So I can't say I met the drug lord. But I say the drug dealer, the ones I saw that showed mercy. They say, bro, you hungry? And bought me some chicken. When church folk just sent us out there underneath the bridge and gave us an umbrella. But even the ones that sent us out under the bridge, they felt like they was more righteous than the one that handed me and my wife some money and gave us something to eat. So when we look at this thing, let us look at it in the lens that we are in, Mashpaka. Even though we told him, we don't want you to be slanging, we don't want you to be doing that. He gave us something to eat. Is you going to turn down something to eat When you're hungry like that? When you starving like that? Can anybody blame even a dog if a dog was tied up on a leash and nobody fed him and nobody washed him and he was mangy with he was so dirty until maggots was crawling underneath him, and somebody, anybody that heard the call of Yah, that gave and broke him off a piece of their sandwich and gave him something to eat, a dog, the Humane Society would praise a person like that. And they would understand why the dog ate the food that was against his diet to eat. But when we look at one another, do we look at each other like the Gawaiian see the dogs and the animals? Do we love each other like the dog? Do we love each other? Can we forgive one another? And what is the greatest sin that we don't want nobody to forgive us for? Mashpaka. And if we're going to allow ourselves to kindle up wrath, we're going to have bowels of compassion. So I pray for our brothers and sisters, even the ones that we got to feed with a long handle spoon. Because even me, myself, I feel like I need to be fed with that handle spoon sometimes, especially when I get wrong. But I thank Yahweh that he is a merciful Allah. It say the return remnant of Yahshua. See, even though our people did all, think about all the crimes that we have done as a nation in full. And Yah wanted to create a nation through Masha and do away with all of the rest. So as Yahweh boasting about how we strong and we the fighters and we this, and those of the tribe of God could boast about how they is this and how they is that, and how some of the brethren from the 12 tribes say, that's not my tribe. I am this one. I am that one. I am this blood. You are not my tribe, or you are not my tribe, or you're not my tribe, man. Or you're not my tribe. I am the Jamaican man. Or all these different classifications we put on ourselves and forget that we came from one vine, from one branch. And we forgetting ourselves. We look in the perfect law of liberty and look at our nation in full. As the demonstration that the sisters expounded upon earlier, if you had one plate of spaghetti, they had a little bit of poop in there, then that means that the whole plate is unclean. And we must all sit over here as a nation, and we're all being penalized as a nation. So therefore, and we all is striving, and we looking through the perfect law of liberty, and we striving for perfection, not that we have already attained yet, but this one thing that we do, we press forward to the mark, the higher calling that is set upon us. Not that we are already attained yet, but we are perfected in this, that we strive, right? So we look in the perfect law of liberty, and we see our nation, the body, some that are the branches, the ones that's plucked off, that came off of the same natural olive branch that was plucked off. And what did he say to the Gawaiian? Don't boast against the branches, even though they was plucked off and ready to be burned in the fire, even though they was plucked off. And it was a remnant. There was a remnant that was not, but those who were plucked off. Look at us, a big nation of people. And if we call for prayer, will we only call the ones that love us back? If we wave at the ones that wave back at us? Yahushua said that that's easy to do, to love those who love you back. What reward is in that? But the reward is when the person scribe to go with you a mile, you go with him twain. I'm saying this to you, not saying that it's easy, And not saying that I always went down the road, but I'm saying this because the more I hear myself and hear the brethren speak the word, the more I want to do right. The more I want to make reconciliation. The more I want to forgive the person that left me and my wife out there under a bridge, that let me and my wife sleep in a hurricane when other folk was sleeping in the house. I want to forgive the one. The more I hear about Yah, he say, obey me. The more I hear about Yah, the more I think about the time when I was out there, me and my wife out there underneath a tart that we made. And a lot of people was prospering. And we was laying under a tart. Not because we couldn't pay rent, but because folk didn't want to let us rent with them because they said our credit score is bad. So they could discriminate against us using our credit score. No matter if you had the money for the rent or not. And when the Goyon, Deacon Ernie, had mercy and helped us, I will not forget what he did. So if I can't forget it, and I'm not greater than Allahayim, how will Allahayim forget what Deacon Ernie did? And I'm going to keep bringing up Deacon Ernie, just like Allahayim through Yahushua continue to say that the story of the woman that washed Yahushua's feet shall never be forgotten. I am not going to forget what Deacon Ernie did. I am not going to forget what that pastor at Deacon Ernie Church told him to do. Told him to take care of us, told him to help us. I'm not going to forget of what the Gentiles did that come over here all the time and bring groceries and bring food, no matter if they say they is Catholics. I'm not going to forget what they did. I'm not going to forget what they did. I'm going to pray for them like I pray for anybody else that I want to receive salvation. I'm going to pray for my brothers and sisters that even if they treat us worse than the Gentiles will, when the Gentiles hear the word, that I'm still going to pray for them even if I don't want to pray. I was walking down the road earlier today talking to Yahweh. And I said, so if it's a mental thing that people go blind, and if they say they can believe a lie and the lie become the truth, then I imagine that I'm blind. I imagine that I cannot see. I imagine that I'm blind and I can't see where I'm walking. And no matter what I imagine, I still see. And I said, I prayed and got a revelation that this is the issue. Many people say, we not Yasharal. There's no problem. There's nothing going on. And the reason why we say that is because we believe that if we speak it long enough, then we could go back into not knowing. But once you know, the cat is out the bag. The cat is out the bag. Amen. Say that, husband. Preach. Amen. The cat is out the bag, Mashpaka. So now that the cat is out the bag, the scripture say, if you offend your brother, go to your brother and make reconciliation with your brother. Go to the one. Don't lift up your hands in the sanctuary and give Yahweh the glory. No, go to your brother first whom you offended. If you went around sowing seed of discord and lying, and you know why your brother or your sister mad at you, then go to your brother and make reconciliation. Don't run away. You deserve to have salvation. You deserve to be free. You deserve not to have that hanging over your head. And if there's some brothers and sisters in the industry, if you're afraid because people is using something over your head, using black magic over you, if you do this, I'm going to put this out. Listen, it's better to suffer. It's better for them people not to like you, for the people that you got to pretend like you don't need somebody to talk to. It's better for you to do the right thing and let the chip fall where it may. I pray for our people. Can you imagine being under that kind of pressure? that if you do right by your people, they gonna put out some nude photos, or say you did something, how you locked up in prison. No, I understand. I understand. I understand because I got to put myself in their shoe. So you pray for them. And if some of our people come out, if some of our people that's in the industry come out, let us not demolish them. Because I think that take a lot of courage to come out and say, look, I did this. I was wrong. And I'm going to prison for what I did. That's right. The people that do wrong to others. Let me read what the brother say. Brother K, Judah. I just closed that thing. Let me open it back up. Brother K, Judah, write one more thing so I can see what you wrote. Let me look on my other device if I can. Let me see. The people that do wrong to others tell others to make right when they did. Exactly. So what I'm saying is that when they come out, when I'm saying if they come out, if they take that boldness and that initiative and come out, if they finally repent, then we need to know that they left in y'all's hand. Y'all say, whomsoever I justify, let no man call condemn. Whatsoever I make clean, let no man call unclean. And look at the stuff that the heathen have been doing. And so if they call, I know it's going to be a fearful thing. They don't want to go and stand alone by themselves in that if they offended somebody. But here's the thing. If you go to that person in private, if you can make it right in private, go in private. If the brother or the sister go to you in private, try to make it right with you in private, they're trying to spare you. So don't feel like you got to run away from it. If the brother and you already, or the sister and you already know what's going on, make it right. Y'all already know anyway. Ain't nothing to hide. Ain't nothing to hide. Like, there was a person going around lying on me. And my wife told me, she said, baby, they know they lying on you. I said, yeah, I know they lying. But she said, I told her, I said, I don't know why they pretending like I don't know. Like, we know. And we ain't going out with it. And we say, look, make it right. Like, we here by ourselves, private. Let's make it right because we both know. Right? But people don't want to make the reconciliation in private. And I said, we got to fix this as a family. I'm going to read what Mother say. Accountability, yes. Reconcile with the people that betray me. And no matter what it is, Mashbakar, let's be honest with each other. And when we go in private, nobody need to know what y'all talking about. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the people that set up R. Kelly and he the only one locked up. Everybody that was in that situation, if R. Kelly say he don't want nobody to go down with him, y'all need to make reconciliation with R. Kelly. Whoever it is, it don't matter who it is. This is in general as a people. And as general as a people, let's make right what need to be made right. We're never going to be able to get well. We never going to be able to be free if we going to continue to hold ourselves back. Hold ourselves back. If the person never come to you and apologize, then you move. You keep on moving. But you got to have it in your heart that I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the one. I want to be the one to make reconciliation. Because I know that I got things in my life that I done did wrong before. So I can't act like I ain't never did nothing. So if I'm the one, I got to make reconciliation with my brother in private, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make it with him in private, with her in private. The sister, she know that the other sister, and I said this before, a sister may make a invention. And another sister say she come out with the invention because she got everybody thinking that she made the invention. And they said they claim the invention. And now everybody in the world think that that was that sister's idea. So now they take The sister trying to get her invention back, and the other sister know what she did wrong. And the sister say, sister, please, let's make reconciliation. The sister say, I made the invention, and acting like you not there. And so what I'm saying, family, a lot of times we are our own hindrance. If I do a brother wrong, or if a sister do me wrong, if I do them wrong, I want that person to come to me, because I don't want to come to that person for them to think that, you know, because if they ain't willing to talk about it, how you gonna deal with it? How you gonna fix it? Let me read what the brother K. Judah say. And people will lie and claim things was done to them when they look in the mirror every day, lying to themselves, knowing they are lying. K. Judah, I used to hate things like that, so it would make me cry in anger. But family, let me say something to y'all. This is why we in captivity. You remember the scripture say that he don't even want the people that's doing wrong among us to be put to death. Y'all remember that? But we all suffering, family. It ain't got to be on. We all suffering. If I see a brother that's scripting nude on national TV, we all gonna suffer for that. Think about this right here. When a person feel like they got an aha moment on you, that don't want to do right by you, when they feel like they got a aha moment on you, they're going to use that aha moment on you. They don't care. They really don't care if y'all make reconciliation. They really don't care if you shaking it on TV and shaking it and dropping it like it's hot. They don't care how much thug life music you make. They don't care about how, if you steal. They don't care none of. Only thing they care about is to get that aha moment on you. Because people just want to see you down. They don't want to see you up. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that when we said we want reparations, how we ignored? What do that tell you? That people don't even pay you no mind, Mashpaka. If we see the issue we have as a people, and I'm not talking to the ones that's hurting and that need for somebody to come to them and say, I apologize. But to the ones that if you offended your brother or your sister, go to them. If you in the industry, if you know you a judge, you know you as a lawyer, and that go for every last one of us. If you know you're a lawyer, the same law that apply to one apply to the other one. No matter who you is, you know you're being ripping your people off. You know that you probably scared to do right by them. But are you going to fear man or Yah? Are you going to apologize to your people and say, yeah, this is what's going on? And that's what what Brother Phil was talking about the other day. Brother Phil Scott was talking about that sister, what he called her? She say, I'm the mayor. I don't know who the sister is. I forgot her name. What they call her? Taffy, something like that. But Brother Phil say what he like about her is that she bold. She admit a lot of stuff. But it's some stuff she ain't gonna admit. But it's a lot of things that she'll get up there and admit. Now there are some people that all you got to do is say, look, fam, I made a mistake. I didn't know that this contract was gonna be like that. They got me in the bed. Oh, they don't want to be treated like Kanye the West, huh? You don't want to be called anti-Semitic like Kanye the West for apologizing for your people, right? You don't want to be dealt in like some rappers that I don't want to name because I ain't trying to make the heat turn up again. But it's a lot of our people. But it's a lot of our people that just need to heal. And family, it don't matter what it is. It don't matter what it is. See, the enemy want us to do things enough where as long as I'm straight, I did enough and I'm good. But when you really want the welfare, then family will work on this thing together. And I think that we should do it if I had a problem. I had a problem with somebody in my family, and I called them and I talked to them, and we sorted things out. And we don't have no issue. You know, I had a problem with an elder, and I thought he was talking about me, and I wrote him and I called him, and this was when I had the page Trinitel and thinking that Christianity was the way. And what I did is I called that elder and I expressed to him how I felt. I said, look, elder, if I did something wrong, I'm sorry, elder, but I don't know what's going on. And the elder told me, it ain't you, bro. It ain't you. He said, I just got a lot on my table. I ain't gonna even discuss what happened. But he said, I got a lot on my table. And just know that it ain't you. And I said, okay, elder. And I left it alone. And family, that's what we got to do with each other. Let's be grown-ups and let's be adults enough to know when enough is enough. It's time out for fighting one another. While the devil is trying to destroy us as a people, it's time for us to let go of some stuff. It's time for us to just let go of some stuff, family, and just get it right with each other. And that's it. Like, it's been sometimes with my family that I know I was right. And they just, it was it's in such a way where I thought that, you know, it ain't no way. Like, if I was in their shoes, I would believe the same thing. And I said, you know what? Okay. I'm willing to move on from that. If I'm able to deal with the cross, I say I'm able to move on from that. And that's it. Family, sometimes you just got to know when that something is not going to be fixed. You just let the chip stay where it's at and be there for the person as much as you can and keep going. And that's what I had to do, because I'm not going to live my life angry or feeling regrets or anything. I want to do as best as I can with what I can do. Because a lot of us, we need to understand that the world is against us and we can't keep fighting each other. Mashpaka. Now, I'm about to get off of here. If there's anything anybody want to say, I'm going to leave the page open for y'all. Y'all checking y'all email address. I left y'all something in y'all email address. And I don't have that saved right now, but I left y'all something in y'all email address. And I'm going to play some music and give it time for it to go. But we got to know that we are in a bad state as a people. And the only way that things are going to get right is we got to be adults and take initiative and do it ourselves, Mashpaka. Because Yahweh give us a commandment and then he not waiting for him to do it for us. He want us to try to do right by one another. You know, he want us to try to do right. And before my granddaddy passed, my granddaddy Ernest, this was his testimony. That for 10 years, because my granddaddy was a strong alcoholic. And for 10 years, my granddaddy, he ain't touched no bottle. And he died in the hospital. Somebody told me that the doctor told him that he was going to die. And it was against the law for them to go in there and tell him that he going to die. And they said that he probably could have lived if they would never said that. But my granddaddy died. And I had to learn how not to walk around in the world wanting revenge on every doctor. When they doped me up with the Thorazine and Haldol and didn't listen to me. I had to make up in my mind whether if I want to walk around with hatred in my heart, wanting revenge, wanting y'all to strike them in the hell and get a punishment that I don't want on myself. Or I had to learn, is there another way? That's what I had to learn. Some people got to go to prison. But I had to learn this. I had to learn that I don't want, if I want mercy, because see, if what, and that's all I'm saying, because you got to remember the Apostle Shawal was a murderer. The Apostle Shawal, who the world called Paul, was a murderer. And even though at the latter end of his life, probably him being locked up in prison was a part of his punishment, Yahweh had mercy on him. And that's what we got to do with each other. The apostles dealt with him. The disciples, probably some of them that he killed their mother, their father, their cousin. And that right there, that is real. That's somebody that's really believed it. And see, that show you that Messiah wasn't fake. Because ain't nobody gonna die for somebody that they don't even think really did nothing. These men walked with Hamashiach for 3 years and saw what he did. Even his brother was willing to die for believing that he is greater than he. What brother on this earth? I got a little brother. I'm going to believe that my brother is my creator? These men really did know. They saw Hamashiach. Look at what our ancestors did that died for Hamashiach. How some of them was burned. A brother read a record of how a sister, a 12-year-old little sister, jumped in the fire because she refused to believe in the Pope's rendition of Alahaya. The little baby jumped in the fire, and they say after that they stopped what they was doing, the Inquisition thing. After that, they said that's when it started to slow up and stop. Family, I think I'm about to get off of here. But I thank Yahweh for y'all coming out. And Val, is there anything that you would like to say? You could come and speak, sweetheart. I'm gonna play some music and I'm gonna wait for y'all to make up your mind if y'all want to speak anything, or if it's sufficient like it is, then that's cool. But I'm finna go ahead and pause my mic and drop some music for y'all and let y'all listen to it.
One of the better things that I decided
Fixit and Yiqwaba on the track.
got the land locked. Tell us where to go, ain't supposed to love this oppression. What the Father say? You know the laws that's in place make it hard to pray. Amor, Yasha can you hear me now? We been going through these storms, but we coming out. Them weed jams be a rap because the word is out. I say, high die bar in the business route. How much for God teach you truth so the people growing? Now listen, he greater than the man of represent YAHUZA. Now God's side right, let us take our role. We more than a conqueror, let's be strong. YAHUZA coming back for us, let's go home. That's your honor. Every night, let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary do. Every night, let my adversary. Hold on. Every night, let my adversary do. Every night, let my adversary. Hold on. Every night, let my adversary do. Every night, let my adversary. Hold on. Now listen. Now that don't mean I hang out in the boondock all the time. We must remember how I work to feed a son and daughter. Vision us in the bad place, eyes open wide. Our whole life is a battle, you can feel it in the inside. Tears dropping to the ground, look at the ocean, man. If you need a demonstration now, investigate truth. Why the world of magic gangster among you just trying to rabble, but we not so interrogated by the real group. They call us crazy, choosing to escape the only way from the lake of fire. We not Illuminati, cause it's owned by the Punz elite. Ain't that something people say they can't but rarely ever happy read? Unsatisfied seeing people be harassed when it's them, it's like a me. Hitting history, forgot why we underneath. I'm on my knees praying to the Father till he set me free from enemies. So sick and tired of drama and the scorning. I just want a peaceful life away from scrap. Don't fake old princess at the top because they making money when it stay on right. It make me wonder if they call it hits to keep their pocket right. Now listen, who made the call to shady sheep? But we on chapter 7. Pass me not on just to save you, cause I wanna see your face. Seeing a new cosmos, I can't go take the rule. So let us be steadfast so we can see the boom. Every night, let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary. Let my adversary. Let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary do. Please. Every night, let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary do. Every night, let my adversary. Let my adversary. Every night, let my adversary do.
All right, Mashpaka. So at the closing of this, I'm going to read Barashayat, chapter 1, verse 1. And at least we could get this by heart. One more song? Oh, okay. Okay. So before I read this, I'll play one more song for Val. Let me see. Okay, the one she's talking about the song that her supporters like. So I'm gonna play one more song for Val and her supporters, and then I'm finna get off of here. All right, but I'm gonna read something to y'all before I go. So let me get it for you. Here we go. Yes.
Recently,
A commercial. But here we go.
I can be born YAHUZA, according to the flesh. I can be born Yasharal, according to the flesh. But I know that salvation is in YAHUZA alone. Why be me? When I need to die to me, make me new. Change me back. by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted. Wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart. Give me truth, Yahweh, please. Why be me? When I need to die to me. Make me new. Change me by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted. Wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart. Give me truth, Yahweh.
I hate when racists say I'm racist cause they hate they gave me. Some bait me by my love and claim a word from above. They show abomination by changing the holy scripture. Clearly it's wicked and wrong. What would we do without law? Man, let they change our names and they sold your coat for gain. They split our land that they claim. However, we repent. I pray YAHUZA is. Been over 400 years, treated like a color. We done did our time, yeah. But the nations made it worse. Oh, Father, you hear the hearse. You promised Yahshua if we call on your name, you save us from travail. The nations made it worse. Oh, Father, you hear the hearse. You promised Yahshua if we call on your name, you save us from travail.
When I need to die to me, make me new, change me by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted, wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart, give me truth, Yahweh, please. Why be me? When I need to die to me, make me new, change me by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted, wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart, give me truth, Yahweh.
Discontinue from my nationality. Better knowing y'all ain't mocked. That's why the catastrophe came on the Israelites, verbally assaulted on us. I wanna do my best, but it's rough when the hatred keep my brain in misery. Injected with consultants that beg for trouble without our best to get it done. Wear yourself for me, I'm not the sheep to see. Throw the blame for the male practice. Leave my sword a sheep. I hope the time instead of snap. Did it lead us so to hell? Cause I'm not the key, release my feet. Cause I'm just frail. I was looking for a church, but now I'm only looking to the hills. I was praying for a pastor, now accepted if y'all will.
Why be me? When I need to die to me, make me new, change me by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted, wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart, give me truth, Yahweh, please. Why be me? When I need to die to me, make me new, change me by the truth. Little leaven make me tainted, wash me clean from this mean green by the blood. Holy Torah in my heart, give me truth, Yahweh.
All right, Val, you liked it that? I see y'all now, Maria, and y'all up there. All right now, while y'all in there cutting up here. All right, I'm finna go to the Paleo. Love y'all. Oh, there goes Sister Dullo 7. All right, I'm finna go ahead and read this here. Dabarayam. We're gonna read chapter 1 and verse 1. That's the least thing we could do is try to learn it by heart. And we can start verse by verse, even if we have to do one every month. So right here, it is Bara Shayath, Bara, Alahayim, Atha, Hashamayam, Wa'af, Ha'aratz. In the beginning, created Alahayim. And that right there, Ath, is talking about him. It's like it's pointing back at him. Like it's an accusational term, which means it's blaming him for creating it, but not blame. But it's saying he did it. So it's an affirmation. Hashamayam, the, Ha is the. Shamayam means heaven, sky. Wa, Ath, and Ha'aratz, in the earth. And that's it. All right, Mashpaka, I'm about to log off of here. But I thank all of y'all for coming. Mashpaka. And this really did, I enjoyed all the time that I spent with y'all. I pray that we will spend more time like this together, Mashpaka. All right. And I'm finna give y'all proper salutes before I leave. All right. First, I want to say Tawada Alahayim for his only begotten son, Yahushua, for another day. I want to say thank you, Alahayim, for my wife, Valentina. I want to say thank you, Alahayim, for the elders that's in the building, Elder April Shower, let me see. I think Kate Judah is an elder. And if Elder Obadiah here, I don't know if nobody else is an elder over it. So I'm going to just give out y'all salute to y'all names. To the young brothers and sisters that came into the chat. Sister Niggas Malaka Adigal. Shalom, sister. Sister Amana Baya. Shalom, young sister. Natalie, sister Natalie. Focus in Yah. Shalom, sister. I thought that was you preaching earlier. Wasn't that you, sister? Y'all did a good job. Sister Naomi. Shalom, sister. Faithful Naomi. Shalom, sister Naomi. Sister Naomi be on it, y'all. True Self K, Free DRC CD. Shalom, family. And family, make sure y'all following the family in the chat so y'all can keep up with what they got going on and the things that they trying to do and accomplish, Mashpaka. All right. And I think that's it. But all of the brothers and sisters that's in the back and the brothers and sisters that'll come and hear the word hereafter, all of the strangers that believe in Hamashiach and that's trying to seek for him, shalom to you. And the CUC family in the building, Armand, Michael Jackson Bad, Sister 007, shalom, sister. Sister Namaria, shalom to you, sister. Who else did I? Sister Namaria. It was one more sister I saw. One more sister. Amina Coleman, sister Amina Coleman, shalom, sister. And all of the Mashpaka that's in the back, the Honey Badger gang. Shalom. Moshe Moshe the commentator. Shalom family and Moshe, Monster Moshe. Y'all tell Monster Moshe that I was looking for him tonight, and I love him, and I pray I see him whenever he come back. All right, I got to go, family. Valentina getting restless, you know. It smells good in there, and I got to go in there and get me something to eat. So it's nightfall, and Val done went in the kitchen and laid it out, and I'm ready to go in there and eat. All right, Mashpaka. Shalom. See y'all again.